Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. I did the little I did a little flip over box with the thank you cards off the note cards. Oh, my head's pickled a little bit at the minute. The note cards and envelopes that was gifted to me, and I did the little flip over with the 4 cards inside. Well, I've done another little project with those today, and it's this beautiful little handbag, and it fits 4 beautiful cards and envelopes in. We're going to do the cards together, and I haven't decorated the envelopes today, but I might do at a later date. But it stacks 4 inside there absolutely beautifully, and what I've done, I've used a magnet closure, and they fit in there just perfectly. And I've added some ribbon, some more DSP just to cover the magnet, and there's a magnet in there too. Got this beautiful bow here, little handle to carry them, nice and slim, so they could be gifted through the mail as well nicely, and a lovely little gem to mimic where this press stud is. So I hope you like it. We're going to give this one a little go. I did add an extra score line, which I didn't mean to do. My head wasn't thinking straight. So it only takes up 1 sheet of designer cardstock as well, which we're going to trim down and cut together. We're going to take this down to 11 inches. And then we're going to cut this down to 7.5. And I thought, what a cute little project. Now, these basically are more or less the same. This one, I would say, is 3/4 of an inch. So what you want to do is you want to score that down the centre. But I've already got a piece here off the other card, which is about, well, let me just move this out of the way. Whoops. This one is about just short of 8 inches long. So you're going to score this down the centre, and we're going to fold and glue this together, and this is going to be the part that makes the handle on the top. I've got some glue. I have got double-sided tape on there, but I may have to add a little bit of glue as well. Isn't that cute? So we'll keep those strips to one side. We'll use one of these. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to trim this off at 8. And that's the piece we're going to use for the handle. I won't put them away properly. So I've got 4 cards, I've got 4 envelopes, I've got my DSP ready. I've got the labels. I've also did for the fronts of the cards was I cut my starburst punch, and I reversed it, and we're just going to offset them slightly. Instead of having them right close together like that, you don't get to see much of the paper because our paper is going to be like this. But these pieces are to decorate the handbag. These are for the card. So I've got 4 of my starburst, and I've got 4 of the 2-inch circles. So we're going to stamp on those later. We'll pop them all together and we'll add them to the cards. So it's another little all-in-one project for you. So Simply Scored is coming up. And on the short side, on the 7.5 inch side, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And then we're just going to flip it around. And again, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Then turn it to the 11 inch side, and we're going to score this at 3, 3.5, 7.5 and 8. And that's it. Oh, while we're here, I'm just going to put this in. And I'm going to score this. It's 3/4 of an inch, so I'm going to score this at 3/8 of an inch all the way down. And with this we are going to just fold that over and burnish the score line. Get a nice crisp fold. It's a little bit short one side, so that's going to be our underneath. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of tape. You could use glue if you wanted to. I'm just going to use a little bit of this tape up to the score line, all the way down. I've got my block and I'm just going to nick that off at the end. Use the foam folder to burnish, and then we can peel off the tape. And now we can just fold this over gently. Because we added it to the score line, it's not sticking out. So we're going to use that piece as our underneath. And then about 1/2 inch, I'm just going to bend with my thumb. Keep it level. And just burnish that. And I'm going to do the same at both ends. About 1/2 inch. Just going to bend them over. And then what we can do then, this is going to get, they're going to get glue. Oh, I've done it the wrong way round, haven't I? There we go. Face it the right way. They're going to get glued onto our bag. So just run your bone folder, just to give it that curve. And then that will sit like this on the top to give us a little handle. Isn't that cute? Beautiful, and it's double the strength. So their handle is done. So now we go, before I burnish and score, we're just going to take off all the 4 corners, these 2 up to the second score line. Just remove those, and you're going to do the same on all 4 corners. Just like that, and the same on this end. One more to go. Oops. There we go. Nice straight line. Perfect. That's the shape you want. So I'm going to be using this as the top. It doesn't matter because they're both the same. Just going to corner around this end. Just like that. Beautiful. And I'm going to do, this piece is going to go on the inside just to cover where the magnet is going. So I'm going to round those corners off as well. And that's going to go there once we've added our magnets. Now we can fold and burnish the score lines. Beautiful. These are going to be these side bits. And this is going to come up and they're going to rest upon there. just like that, so we can fit our things. So I'm going to grab myself a couple of magnets. I've got 2 there, perfect. Let's just burnish this other side. Oops. Perfect, so, whoops, I have more fingers than thumbs, so I'm going to grab a couple of glue dots. And we're going to add 1 to the backs of each of our magnets. Just give them a good squeeze together. So, just going to measure. This is 5.5. So I'm roughly going to flip it over actually. I'm going to add that. So it's 5.5. So it's 2 3/4. About 1/2 inch down. Just to stick my magnet to. And then I'm going to pop this over, just give it a little press, and there's our magnets attached. So this is the bottom cover. So I'm going to keep the paper this way round on here. This measures 2 3/4 by 5.25. And we're just going to add that on, and I'll keep our magnet in place as well. I thought I was going to glue it the wrong way then. Make sure you come all the way to the edges and to the corners, that way it won't lift up. I'm going to add a spot of glue on there as well. You don't have to, just my preference. And then I'm going to layer this on beautifully. And then I'm going to get my bone folder. Make sure, if it does ooze out, don't worry, it does dry clear. But you want to make sure you get all the air out. Give that a rub over the magnet as well. And now that's the bottom of our box. The top one, I've got this small piece, and that is just going over there to cover. And we're going to do exactly the same. Just add a blob of glue on my magnet. If you haven't got magnets, you could use Velcro. It's entirely up to you. And then I'm just going to add this just to the top. And you want to pay attention to this section here that it closes, because you don't want air getting in there. So I'm just giving that a good rub in my bone folder. Just getting that to the end. Like I say, it dries clear and it doesn't dry sticky at all. I can see there's a little gap, so I'll just pop a little bit more glue in there. Just so I can get that pressed down. There you go, nice and neat now. And we're just going to add glue to the sides. And these will go for prizes for either the weekly sketch or the next challenge we do, which is going to be done on a monthly basis, because it tends to be, and I'm going to send thank you cards out as soon as I receive the cards in. That way I haven't got a huge great expense at the end of it. So pull your sides in, fetch them up and line them up to the edge. Oh look, I've gone too far with my glue, look. I knew I'd done something wrong then as soon as I put it on, but don't worry, you can remove that with your hand and it will dry clear and non-sticky. And if you want to take the effort, you could add some designer series paper there, push that up so it's right up close, and then make sure it goes right to the end beautifully. Just hold that for a few seconds. The same with this side. Push it right the way up, and it's right along that edge there. Beautiful. I'm just going to lift this side up again. That's better. Make sure it's pushed right up. And you can come along that edge there. Just nice and square. See, that's dry now and it's non-sticky. But if you want to, you can always grab a small section of designer series paper, just add that over the top. What's that measure? That is like exactly 1 inch. So let me just grab this, just to tidy it up. So 1 inch, and it's 1/2 inch. So there's one, and there's two. There we go. Just adds a little bit more decoration as well. They're going on there. Oh, it's a little bit. I'm just going to trim this by eye. And I'm going to glue that little bit on there now. It's my fault. I should have added the glue to here, not to here. Just finishes off that bit of decoration now, doesn't it? So, again, I'm just going to take a little smidge off. And I'm going to glue that down as well. It's amazing, isn't it? You do everything perfectly off camera. As soon as you switch the camera on, then comes the boo-boobs. So, there we go. Easily rectified. And a nice little bit of extra decoration. Isn't that cute? That is done. So, our magnet's on the inside. Fits beautifully on there. And now for this piece. So I've got that contrast, and I'm having that one as a contrast, so I'm going to round these corners off as well at the bottom. And that piece is going to get attached right there. It doesn't take long to put this box together, and if you put 4 cards in each one, you could roughly make 5 of these sets from one pack of the note cards and envelopes, because you get 20 cards, 20 envelopes, and you've used hardly any designer series paper decorating this box. You could use Whisper White cardstock on the cards and use the 4 seasons like I did, and make your own designer series paper. Just beautiful. That fits in there beautifully. And I'm going to grab my handle. I'm going to do this. I'm going to use glue and just hold it into place. I do one side at a time. And I'm just going to pop that on the top. That will go that side. Doesn't take long for this to go off at all. So a bit more glue on the bottom. And that is going on this side. Just putting them up a bit close to the edge of the card. I'm just going to hold those down for a moment. Make sure they're nice and neat. You could add a gem on top of here if you wanted to. In fact, I might do that actually, just for more decoration. What a cute little gift, isn't that beautiful? And then I've got my gems. These are the clear faceted gems. And I'm going to pop a large one right there where my magnet is. Beautiful. And I may add these two smaller ones just to either side of here. Just beautiful. My last two small ones. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. How pretty is that? Right, now for our ribbon. I've got this gorgeous Poppy Parade ribbon. I'm just going to pop the lid on my glue just for a moment. I don't want it clogging up. That's just my luck. This beautiful Poppy Parade, and it's the textured weave ribbon. Oops. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, and I'm going to line this up just at the bottom of that designer series paper, and then I'm going to pull enough just for me to tie a knot. Keep this nice and straight. So I need to twist that. And then tie that in a knot again. I just want to pull it a little bit tighter. Isn't that beautiful? And then just pull that nice and tight, and then we can trim up our ends. And then I've got all that keeping on my ribbon. I got a little glue dot there. We're going to be using that again on the in a moment on the card. But there is your little gift box, all done. Absolutely beautiful. I grab a glue dot, that's what I did. Just to keep this in place, just add one just under the knot. And then you can open this up and just pull that straight. If you want to add another one inside there, you can, but I don't think it needs it now. It's got that one there. Isn't that pretty? I'm loving these papers. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'll just, there it is. I'm going to pop my scissors away. I don't need these ones now. Mine don't cut ribbons, so I'm going to be using my large ones. I'm just going to pop this to one side. And then we're going to fetch in these wonderful cards. Gorgeous designer series paper. And there's more in this set yet. So I've got 4 more cards left. And there's this beautiful designer series paper. I'm going to be making a set with these. So we've got 2 with the mushrooms. We had 1 with the flowers, 1 with this one, and we're going to have 1 with this as well. So that will be my next lot in a different package. So open your bag, make sure your envelopes are all going the same way, and they will slide right in there. Beautiful. And now there's a knack to folding these cards. Just grab your bone folder, give them a good burnish. I like to do them on both sides. It tends to keep the card a little bit flatter for me. Again, just fold and burnish. It's such a quick but lovely project. I mean, a little Sunday afternoon, after lunch maybe, you could pop this together in no time. What a wonderful gift it would make as well. There we go. So there's the cards prepped. Our designer series paper are cut at 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. and you'll need 4 pieces. You can do them any way round you want, so you could have it even like that, but I'm having them like that with a ribbon running through the back. Oh, just beautiful. So now we can attach. Again, make sure you've got glue right up into the corners. And right along the edges. Isn't that cute? You could add a critter here. If you've got some, you could die cut some little animals out and just stick one in the corner. That would be absolutely fabulous as well. Just screams critters for me, with the toadstools and everything else. We have the flowers on the others. This is for me, is a little bit of therapy for me today. I know I tape things in advance, but I had some really upsetting news today that my lovely friend Lorraine we did the challenge for is not very well at all, and she's been rushed into a hospice and she's there with her whole family. I was so sad when I heard that news. You'll probably see this 10 days after she's gone in, so I will keep you up to date on how she is. I have put a message up in group as well. God bless her soul. There we go, we're on our last piece. So this was a project for me today, just to keep my mind occupied. And she loved her critters. She absolutely adored the critters. These are for you, Lorraine, my beautiful pal. I'm doing these in honour of you, my darling. Sorry. So that your designer series paper is all attached now. And what I did was, before I stamped, I just literally just glued 3/4 of each circle and just add it offset just on the corners. Just thought I added a little bit different instead of trying to hide it behind. I just wanted that pop of colour on the outside. And because they've got this fading going on, just love it. I want it so a bit of the shading comes through too. And this one is all red, it's absolutely beautiful. And we're going to pop the glue away just for a moment. Oh, it's clogged. And then I'm just going to have a little conveyor belt of my colours. My sentiment is going in the Poppy Parade. My little spots are going in the Granny Apple Green, even though it should be Call Me Clover, I just like this colour better. And my beautiful little flower is going in the Mango Melody, all matches with the stamp set. And then I'm just going to have my Thinking of You. Whoops, that made me jump. My gorgeous little flower there. And the spots I'm going to add just there, turn it round, and just there. Beautiful. have got it lined up properly. I lined it up from the back with the lines. Even though the sentiment looks wonky this way around, it truly isn't, I promise. Oh, a little bit of a smudge going on, but that's fine. And this is from the Wonderful Romance sentiments and the little flowers. And so are the dots as well. Perfect. So I can pop them away later. So keep my stamp one way first for the bottom, and then spin it round, and then just dot them again on the top. Perfect. Absolutely lovely. And then just make sure you click them all back into place. That was done. And then your inks are good to go. So in with our cards. This is where we need that beautiful ribbon. And what I did, I just layered those on there and then just snipped them the way I wanted them. Took my glue and then just literally put lots in the centre all the way along to keep the ribbon in place. And then again I eyeballed, keeping the ribbon straight with the sentiment. And what I did then, I come back, just add a little bit of glue to the back of the ribbon, and then you can line this up on your card. Just there. And just press, just till it gets adhered down. Doesn't take long. And while you're here, oops, I'm throwing rhinestones everywhere. You can just add one to that flower, one to that flower, and one to, whoops, I just want to come off. I did put one on the ribbon, but I'm going to pop this one up there on these cards. And there is one of your little note cards all ready to go. So again, sentiment, nick that off, plenty through the centre. Just pick that up, try and keep it in the centre, and then just add a touch more glue. And then pop that on your card. So while you're holding it into place, you can grab your rhinestones, pop them on your flowers, and the third one can go up there. And then by the time you've done, it's all stuck down. Isn't that beautiful? So another one here. Just eyeball it through the centre. I'm just going to add glue through the centre. I'm not going to do the outsides because I keep getting my finger in it. I just realised. Then I can add this. Beautiful. Maybe even slide that over a fraction. Keep it in the centre. And then add the glue to the rest of here. You could also do this with double-sided tape if you didn't want to use the glue. Just keep your hand on that. Pick up your gems. Add them on. didn't get stuck down. And then this one here, just give that a little press. And there we go, last one. Perfect. And I've got a little glue dot on the top of mine, and then I just push it over, stops it from running wild, and then add my glue through the centre, attach my ribbon. Perfect, nice. Add the rest of the glue. Little conveyor belt going on there. And then attach that to your card. Aren't they lovely? Absolutely lovely. Just popping my glue away. Just squidging them down. That will dry clear. And then one more right there. And there are your 4 little note cards saying thinking of you. I love a thinking of you card because it can mean anything. Thinking of you on your birthday, thinking of you at this time of the year, thinking of you your time to celebrate, anything. So they will pop into there. Nice and snug. I love it. You perhaps could maybe get one more in there, but it is a bit of a tight squeeze. But there we have. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have some more glue. Don't know why that's coming off. This must be the weight. Wow. I did not expect that. Perhaps I should have glue and tape. I'll leave that for a moment. This one needs a little bit of glue. This one seems to be really stuck down. This one just is a bit skew with. So let's add a bit of both on this one. And that's going to go right on there, right on the end. Just give it a chance to go off. Perfect. So because I only had 2 of those very small ones, I have got here some gold coloured ones. So I'm just going to grab my Poppy Parade dark, and I'm just going to go over 2 of these large pearls. Just to make them match. And then we can stick those on the top. Ooh, like them a lot. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Pop all my other gems away. It's mad what you find that you can do with things. I just love these sets. Absolutely beautiful. So there's the one I did earlier and we just corrected the handle. This is the one we just made together, and now it seems really strong. I think what it done, it's separated itself from its cardstock. Just pull that a little bit tighter, and there you go. There are my 2 little handbag note card gift bags. Do you think you could give that a go? I think that is so super cute. I'm loving the back of the designer series papers together. I'm loving that ribbon running through. Just beautiful. I think that's missing its DSP now because I've added it to the other one. I'll add a bit more glue in there as well. But these now will go up for prizes for the weekly sketch. And good luck to those who win. So I'd love a thumbs up and a share. That would be amazing. Let me just show you this is the stamp set. I used the flower, the dots and the thinking of you. They can all go back in the box now. But what a versatile little stamp set. It's just brilliant and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You could choose to cut out some leaves and add some more decoration on there. It's entirely up to yourselves. It's your card, your little gift. Oh, and I'm just crashing everything everywhere. So there we go. Please don't forget to press the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you'll see what I make tomorrow, because you'll be sent a notification. I do post every single day. Please send lots of prayers to my lovely friend Lorraine, because I haven't stopped praying for her since I met her. God bless her soul. I love her to bits. Love you all too. Thanks for watching. Bye.